but that's the most obvious, is that I've been in love with the color of the water. And so I've been trying to capture it in other places. And like cups I make, and I can go pick one out. And to me is like at this moment with the rippling of the water from the wind and how it moves and undulates and changes. And you look at the surface of this cup and it has all those elements in it. That is the little Mulberry Creek. I've been doing this for 50 years, and I still love doing it. And I took a ceramics class, and it really is a love at first touch kind of thing. So I've always liked making teapots. I've been making teapots since I was 16 years old. So that's a pretty long time. But it always interested me. And the teapot is the most difficult and challenging functional form there is. It's the process of putting all the elements, all the different parts together, and then having them, work visually and also work functionally. That's the kind of thing I've always liked, is the invention and the problem solving is a big part of that. I work in clay, but I also, obviously, I built this whole house, so working with my hands is something that I'm compelled to do. If you were photographing my hands, you'll see that I fidget all the time. I've been chastised my whole life for playing with my utensils at the table, but it's who I am. But it turns out that I think it's connected to my need to create and make things. Your meal will be different if you eat it off handmade pottery than it will be if you eat it off commercial pottery or you eat it off plastic. That's just, to me, is that I think the food tastes better, it looks better aesthetically. It's art you live with. So, and I've always been committed to that, and that's never going to go away. Well, it's just like I put that spiral in there, and this is another composition, and no, of course nobody sees it except the person who washes the dishes. It's called the dishwasher's surprise. This is the Anagama chamber of my two-chambered kiln. It's based on a 16th century Japanese kiln. This holds about 500 pots. And I brick this up and I fire it for 3.5 days. And I go through this much wood. This is my clay making operation. This is part of my sustainability and not using fossil fuels. I got rid of my heavy equipment, and I make the clay as a slurry in these big plastic garbage cans. Squeeze the clay out onto this plaster, and it'll be ready to use tomorrow. And no fossil fuels were used in the making of this product. Here's an Ozark stone roller. And I put rocks on their head because they'd rather swim around with rocks on their head than deal with what humans have done on the planet. And this rock came out of the creek. Saddening, heartbreaking to watch us kill this planet on. And so these pieces that I'm doing, there are lots of things. They're fun to make. I really the challenge of making them. And initially that wasn't what I wanted to talk about, but it is now. The frogs and the fish and the salamanders and the birds are all just trying to get away. And I'm stacking them up, and it's kind of fun and humorous, but they're all just trying to get away from humans. And so am I. And this is what I've always wanted to do. So I'm never going to catch up. I'm never going to get anything done, but I'm really happy doing it.